Should you be concerned about sending your child on a school trip to Turkey? We'll find out what the Education Department does to make sure our school children stay safe while they learn.
Also, the fictional story inspired by the Channel Islands.
So how many attractions does your fate have?
Is your fortune telling?
Yes.
George's Carousel?
Yes.
Well, that's more than we had last year.
Inexplicable.
I'm so excited about this. We're off to Piffling, where there's feuds, funerals, and some familiar voices.
And the next phase of Jersey's care inquiry gets underway today. We'll find out what we can expect.
But first, with the time at 8:30, Chris Stone has the news.
Good morning. Jersey's Education Minister has reassured parents about a school trip.
For the fright of your life, as a zombie walk is coming to Jersey. That's with Charlie McCardle just after Jersey at 1 today. But now, feuding funeral parlours, an outlandish mayor, and a mouse called Madeline were off to a Channel Island with a difference.
There isn't a lot to do in Piffling Vale. Even I find the island's cultural life a bit uninspiring, and I'm a mouse. But some people do make an effort, like Antigone Funn, who once a week, when the sun's gone down, makes her way to the Piffling Royale Cinema, whose single screen is tended to by the assiduous Herbert Cough.
Well, that's just a snippet from the new full studio podcast sitcom Wooden Overcoats, which looks at life on the small fictional island of Piffling. The series has been inspired by life in the Channel Islands and tells the story of two competing funeral directors and the rivalry between them. Each episode aims to capture the craziness of small island life and has been created by 5 of the UK's best new comic writers. David K. Barnes is head writer and creator of the series. Morning, David. So tell us a little bit about Piffling and the antics that go on there.
Hello there. Well, yes, Piffling is a tiny island. I believe we say it's about 1 square mile across, and the series begins with one funeral parlour run by Rudyard Funn and his sister Antigone, and they figure they've got it all sewn up. It doesn't matter how bad they are at their job, because they're the only ones on the island. But then, early in episode 1, they get a new rival, Eric Chapman. He's a very, very attractive, charming man who everyone falls in love with instantly. He sets up shop across the square, starts getting all the business for himself. And much of the series from then on looks at not only Rudyard's attempts to try and get one over on Eric in a sort of one-sided rivalry, but also their attempts just to try and get on. They find the island's changing around them. Everyone's really fun and happy. So there's a mayor who's desperate to turn the place into a town. The local policewoman is also the person who runs the local sweet shop. It turns out there's a golf course at one point, even though the island's only about quite small. Yeah, it's one of these places where we decided. The writer said, "David, can I just put in a marina?" I went, "Yeah, sure." Really? I mean, does the island sustain them? Yeah, it does now. We just wanted to add all these things so you can just really just throw something in there and we really get a sense of what the island is like as the episodes go by.
Sounds like what happens in Jersey, to be honest. They just throw things up all over the place. So why did you decide that you wanted to do something that took inspiration from the Channel Islands in particular?
Well, originally we were thinking, where shall this be set? I mean, we thought a village would be quite nice, but a village somewhere the English countryside's been done, isn't it? We didn't want to go over that ground again. We thought, well, an island would be nice because there's a sense of, it's slightly, if it's in a village on the mainland, you think, life's not getting very good for me here. I'll just pack up and move. It seems a bit trickier on an island. We've got to stay here, make the best of it. But specifically Channel Islands, because it's very much a fictional Channel Island. We'll put that out there. But we thought, well, what's nice about them is they're midway, obviously, between two different countries, drawing upon culture of both, but very much their own identities, own communities, own cultures, and I thought there's something really interesting about that. Trying to sort of melting pot of different cultures, they have created something new. And it's also, of course, the Channel Islands, not particularly well known in certain other parts of the world. So it's something new for a lot of people, and then they'll look into that and they might start researching it as well. They'll look into Jersey, Guernsey, Sark, and all the others. And I thought it was just something a little bit new that we could play with, and it's turned out very, very well.
And have you been to visit us? Have you been to the Channel Islands to get a feel for us?
Oh, I laughed myself, I must confess.
You're going to have to come now, aren't you?
Oh no, I will certainly will have to. Unless I have myself. But one of the other writers, as I say, it's a team of 5 writers. The other has family there, and I think the flatmate actually of our 2 producers is from Jersey as well. So quite often, we could just put things in and hand over the script and say, is this, is a sitcom, of course. Is this too ridiculous? And he looked and went, no, this is fine. Yeah, I've heard about this happening myself. I go, brilliant, good. We'll keep that going. Because, yes, it really was just a sort of a license to just play with something a bit new, a little bit different. And I'm quite happy to say that those who do come from the Channel Islands so far have said, yeah, obviously a bit exaggerated, a bit ridiculous, but they said, no, there's a lot he's really captured a bit of the essence of where I live. And, I'm delighted.
And you've managed to get some really recognisable voices involved as well in the production, haven't you? How did that come about?
Essentially, so we are a show that, so we had to spend a bit of money in recording it, because it is all very professionally recorded, so which is why it sounds so good. And our 2 producers, 2 very talented young men in their early 20s, John Wakefield and Andy Goddard, they put it together, and that's why the show sounds so good when you download it at the podcast. They also, they had industry contacts, and some of the other actors had some contacts, and we just basically said to these people like Belinda Lang, whose voice we heard then, and Andy Hamilton and Julia Deakin, and we had these scripts. We would have sent them the script and said, look, we're an independent company trying to create something we think is going to be really exciting and really funny for you listeners. Would you like to be part of it? We can't really offer very much in payment, but would you like to have a look at this? And they read the scripts and said, no, we like this. We'll give this a go. And that really was it. It just, from the goodwill of a lot of people, this whole show has been done with a production team of over about 50 people. That's writers, producers, actors, musicians, and all of them coming together because they said, no, we really like this project. And I think the results hopefully will speak for themselves. I think it's a very enjoyable programme.
And we look forward to hearing it. David, thank you very much. That was David K. Barnes, head writer and creator of the Wooden Overcoats series. The series follows the rivalry between 2 funeral directors on the overlooked and fictional, of course, Channel Island of Piffling. I wondered why I hadn't seen it on the map before. Episodes are available on all good podcasting platforms.
Just west of Sark somewhere, I think. Thank you very much, Ash. It's 8:48. We've got the sports news in a couple of moments' time. Now, the headlines, though, in the newsroom, it's Krista.
Good morning. Jersey's Education Minister has reassured parents concerned about children going on a trip to Turkey. Wealthier islanders...